We'd like to convert the function 3x squared minus 10x plus 4 to vertex form by completing the square. Well, the first thing we do is factor the leading coefficient out from the first two terms. Factoring out a 3 gives us a coefficient of x of negative 10 thirds, sorry. We're going to divide that coefficient by 2. Negative 10 thirds divided by 2 is the same as negative 10 thirds divided by 2 over 1, which is the same as negative 10 thirds times 1/2, which is the same as negative 10 sixths, which is the same as negative 5 thirds. We're going to keep our eye on that red triangle right there. It'll become useful later. Now what we're going to do next is square the result we got. Negative 5 thirds quantity squared is negative 5 thirds times negative 5 thirds, which is 25 over 9. We add and subtract that last result inside the bracket. Well, the bracket did say x squared minus 10 thirds x, so now it says x squared minus 10 thirds x plus 25 over 9 minus 25 over 9, and we still have this plus 4 outside. We're going to distribute the leading coefficient only to the last term inside the bracket. So the 3 will multiply only the negative 25 over 9. What we now have to be able to do is multiply fractions. 3 times negative 25 over 9 is 3 over 1 times negative 25 over 9, which is negative 75 over 9. So distributing that 3 to the last term basically kicked a negative 75 over 9 out of the bracket. Now, you might say to yourself, how do we recognize this as a perfect square? Remember the red triangle from a few steps back. The value in there was negative 5 over 3. What this really is x minus 5 over 3 quantity squared. And so all we have to do now is collect like terms with the stuff outside the bracket, and we'll be gold. So we have to be able to add these fractions. So we recognize the trinomial inside the bracket is a perfect square by looking at the red triangle if we need to, and we collect like terms outside the bracket. Negative 75 over 9 plus 4 is the same as negative 75 over 9 plus 4 over 1, which is negative 75 over 9 plus 36 over 9, which is negative 39 over 9, which reduces to negative 13 over 3. And so really what we have in vertex form is the quadratic y equals 3 times x minus 5 thirds quantity squared minus 13 over 3.